Chelsea have arrived in Yorkshire, and this one means more than just the FA Cup. Emotional reunion, big rotation decisions, and a major Alejandro Garnacho call made. Let's break this down. Chelsea have arrived at the MKM Stadium, and this is not a routine cup tie. For Liam Rosenior, it's personal. 5 years as a whole player, 18 months as manager. Now he returns as Chelsea head coach, and he's admitted it will be emotional. But sentiment won't cloud ambition. His focus? Progression. Nothing else. And he's expected to make 6 changes. In goal, Robert Sanchez is likely to continue with Philip Jorgensen still sidelined. Teddy Sharman-Lowe remains an outside option, but Sanchez brings stability in a knockout tie with no replays. Defensively, rotation begins. Malo Gusto could start again even if Reece James is available. With a full week's rest after this game, Rosenior may opt for rhythm over caution. Mamadou Sarr is the headline defensive inclusion. Recalled from Strasbourg, AFCON winner with Senegal, and publicly backed by Rosenior. This is likely his first real audition. If Chalobah and Fofana are rested, Sarr partnering Benoit Badiashile becomes highly plausible, and Badiashile needs this. Recent performances haven't convinced. Tonight is about restoring trust. On the left, Jorel Hato looks certain to start with Marc Cucurella ruled out due to a hamstring issue. Hato, just 19 years old, has quietly impressed in the Rosenior era. His half-volley goal in the last round showed confidence. This is another chance to stake his claim. Midfield is where the risk lies. Ideally, Moises Caicedo would rest. But with Lavia and Esugo unavailable, he may be forced into another start alongside Andre Santos, who has grown significantly in importance under Rosenior. Now the attacking decisions get interesting. Pedro Neto is expected to return to the starting lineup after being used from the bench. He's faced criticism online recently. Tonight is a response opportunity. Estevao Willian could be deployed in the number 10 role. Enzo Fernandez has logged heavy minutes this season and deserves protection. C.Palmer is unlikely to be risked. And now the big one. Alejandro Garnacho, unused against Leeds, fresh, fit, ready. The decision appears clear. He starts. With Jamie Gittens still injured, Garnacho offers directness, aggression, and unpredictability. This is a game where Chelsea will want early control. Garnacho brings chaos in the final third, something Hull's defence won't enjoy. Up front, Liam Delap is primed for a reunion of his own. On loan at Hull last season under Rosenior, he knows this pitch well. João Pedro's strong recent form may earn him a rest, meaning Delap gets a major opportunity to reassert himself. He has 2 goals this season. He needs more. Because if Chelsea are serious about competing deep into this competition, rotation players must deliver. Let's not ignore context either. Hull are chasing promotion. They've scored first in 19 of 31 championship games. They're physical, aggressive, and they've committed 349 fouls this season, one of the highest tallies in the division. Friday the 13th, emotional return. Championship side with nothing to lose. Chelsea cannot be complacent. History favours the Blues heavily in this fixture, unbeaten across 8 FA Cup meetings at Hull venues, but cup football punishes hesitation, and Rosenior will want a statement performance on his old turf. Predicted starting 11, Sanchez in goal, Gusto, Sarr, Badiashile, Hato in line of defence, Santos, Caicedo holding the midfield, Neto, Estevao, Garnacho, and Delap up front. Now it's about execution. Is this the right balance between rotation and strength? Should Garnacho be starting bigger Premier League games too? Or is this the perfect stage for him? Drop your thoughts below and subscribe to Chelsea Daily Buzz. In other news, Chelsea have made contact. And suddenly, the Julian Alvarez situation has shifted. The Atletico Madrid forward is now open to a Premier League return after initial phone inquiries from Stamford Bridge. While Barcelona remain his preferred destination if he leaves Spain, that path is financially complicated, and Chelsea are currently the most proactive suitors. According to reports in Spain, the Blues have already explored the conditions of a potential deal. Arsenal are also monitoring the 26-year-old, but at this stage Chelsea are pushing harder than anyone else. Alvarez is not just a name, he is production. Last season, he delivered 29 goals in 57 appearances across all competitions, including 17 in La Liga and 7 in the Champions League. He is tactically flexible, presses aggressively, links play intelligently, and thrives in high-tempo systems. For a Chelsea side that has struggled with clinical edge in key moments, this profile is transformative. If Barcelona cannot structure a viable offer, England becomes realistic. And if England becomes realistic, Chelsea cannot afford hesitation. Allowing a 29-goal forward to strengthen Arsenal, direct London competition, would be strategically damaging. Liam Rosenior's project is already chasing the established top tier. Closing the gap requires elite attackers, not potential projects. For Liam Delap, an Alvarez arrival would significantly complicate minutes. The Argentine operates at a different stage of development, proven in La Liga and Europe. That is immediate hierarchy shift, not squad depth. If Alvarez chooses the Premier League, the battle becomes binary. Arsenal offer Champions League continuity and title stability. Chelsea offer centrality in a long-term rebuild and potentially a more guaranteed starting role. The decision will hinge on project persuasion and financial structure. But here's the critical variable: momentum. Chelsea are initiating contact. Arsenal are observing. In transfer windows, initiative often dictates outcome. While striker talks gather heat, Chelsea's recruitment focus extends deeper. Adam Wharton and Elliot Anderson have emerged as primary midfield targets ahead of summer. Both are young, Premier League proven, technically progressive and tactically versatile. Both would compete immediately for minutes alongside Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Importantly, Chelsea maintains strong relationships with Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest. That institutional leverage could become decisive if bidding escalates toward record-level domestic fees. Wharton has been tracked long before his Palace move, an indicator of sustained scouting conviction. Anderson, meanwhile, was heavily admired internally, with past suggestions that significant squad restructuring would have been considered to accommodate him. This is not opportunistic interest. This is long-term profiling. Caicedo and Fernandez have been durable. Andre Santos has impressed. Beyond that, depth is fragile. Romeo Lavia's availability remains inconsistent. Dario Esugo has yet to establish fitness continuity. Reece James has provided emergency midfield minutes, but his optimal role remains right back. Elite teams operate with 4 or 5 reliable central options. Chelsea currently trust 3. That is not sustainable over a full Premier League and European campaign. Wharton offers tempo control and line-breaking passing. Anderson provides verticality and ball-carrying aggression. Both align with a modern, possession-dominant framework. This summer is shaping into a structural window, not a cosmetic one. Julian Alvarez represents attacking certainty. Wharton or Anderson represent midfield stability and future-proofing. Chelsea are no longer just collecting talent. They are targeting positional authority. If they land Alvarez and one of the English midfielders, the competitive distance to Arsenal narrows materially. Fail, and the hierarchy above them consolidates further. The next transfer window will not define the entire project, but it will determine its trajectory. And right now, Chelsea are moving first. If Alvarez is truly open to a Premier League return, Chelsea have to go all in. But here's the real question. Would you prioritise signing Alvarez or securing Wharton and Anderson first? Drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure you subscribe to Chelsea Daily Buzz.